Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are tiebreaker game here at the European Masters Group A. GamerLegion versus BTXL. And straight off the board, Special will not be getting the queen of mid lane priority. Syndra is taken off.
I mean, second queen. I feel like Zoe is #1 queen of mid priority. But Syndra, with all that flexibility around the map and all that assassination potential, yeah, better get her out of the way. I'm expecting Senna, Heimerdinger to also get cut off here. The Draven. Okay, yeah, Draven has been the name of the game for a lot of teams today, especially YDN and BTXL. So why not just get that out, just so we can play safe?
Yeah, I think Draven going off the board here is perfectly fine. Let's see what XL decide to ban on the second ban of their first rotation. We will see. It's going to be Heimerdinger, like you said. There you go.
Yeah, and possibly something like a Set, a Trundle, an Ornn to try and limit all this hard engage coming in. Of course, the Thresh is a very valuable tool, especially when you want to play things like the Varus, the Aphelios, the Misfortunes. It's a really good displacement support that can get your ADC out of trouble really quickly. And of course, Visdom and kaSing both play that a lot. To get out of the way and set. Okay, it makes sense. A lot of things open, but phones. Okay, going with the safe aggression in the top lane.
Yeah, he's going to be taking that very tried and tested Renekton pick for himself, and we will see exactly what else is going to happen. Let's see what do you think is going to come on the first rotation of the XL side of things here.
You can't go for the easy play. You can pick your Ornn here and sort of go and lose gracefully in your top lane, so you can allow your jungler to play around the other side of the map, where I'm expecting that Rabble is going to play towards, since GamerLegion are very bot side heavy on that matter. He's already locked in the Graves as well, so I'm expecting to see him, you know, roaming around trying to fight Rabble, trying to set him behind. That was the trick that worked for them versus YDN as well, so why not now? It seemed to work for Games Origin as well when they're playing against GamerLegion. So.
Okay, so it is going to be the Varus locked in, taking it away from Hjarnan, and Deadly very, very comfortable on that particular pick. And now we have to see. I think there is a couple of choices available for GamerLegion. We know that they like to default. It looks like it's going to be the Ziggs, followed by waiting for a pick here coming from Nite. Let's see what they end this rotation with. I assume a support, but there will be a lot of choices available here.
Could be a support. You could look to lock in your jungle right here, just so Rabble can get a staple for him, since he knows he's against the Graves and it is going to be the Lee Sin. I'm loving this aggressive play. You can play towards the Renekton. That Ziggs, I'm pretty sure it's going down Hjarnan's hands. He loves playing these mages. He's playing the Talia, the Heimer, the Ziggs, the so-called mage, Senna, the Varus, all that stuff. And on the other hand, it makes sense, man. He just loses gracefully to everything. Sort of gives free gold stats to everyone after level 13, so why not just lock in the Ornn?
Lee Sin, obviously, like we said here, for Rabble, takes it away from Taxa, and again, Sendo has been very good on the Ornn. I have been I've been very pleasantly surprised by Sendo every time he's managed to take that away. The Kalista will be banned, so they're now starting to limit AD carry options. I guess they assume that it will not be Hjarnan playing Ziggs and actually instead be Nite.
It's either that or they're trying to force that Ziggs down the bot lane because they have a good reply for it. That's what I'm thinking right now. And I think that's the last ADC that you can ban versus Hjarnan, unless you also want to ban the Talia for some reason. And apparently they thought that Nite's Yasuo worked pretty well the last 2 games that he has a loss on. So they're taking this out of the game.
Okay, so
it sounds like I'm taking the piss out of Nite's Yasuo. It's not that. It's mainly the way they work around his Yasuo and the place he's willing to play that I'm like so glad the Yasuo got banned out.
All right, so let's see what Special decides to go for. It's the Zoe. Okay, Zoe locked in. That is, like you said, the actual queen of mid lane priority. Let's see if GamerLegion have a answer. Maybe the answer to Ziggs in the mid lane would be the Zoe, so they can flex things around here.
Yeah. And then again, what are you going to play? Bot side, you can pull the Ashe again. Oh, I love this. I love this baby. Cage them up, bomb them down.
There we go. That's I like to call it the Demacian Death Bowl. You know, you throw it down and just pile all of your damage in. That's going to be going. Wait a second. Where is the?
That's a Jarvan support.
That's a Jarvan support. That's an Ekko mid lane.
Yeah.
And then obviously Lee Sin jungle. There we go. That's a true GamerLegion when the chips are down. A true GamerLegion draft coming out.
I'm trying to find an indication that Visdom has somehow, somewhere played this before, and I can't find nothing. I know that he's played Volibear and Pyke before in the bot lane, but not the Jarvan.
So I think that is going to be the final lock-in. It's going to be kaSing taking the Rakan here, and we have our compositions locked in. Trouble, I am going to let you essentially run wild with this. Tell me about these compositions as we head into game.
Yeah, absolutely. So on one side, again, I'm expecting potentially to see the Varus coming in as a poke Varus. Since there's so many squishes on the side of GamerLegion, that poke is really gonna count. This time though, they have a lot of hard engage in their kit as well. BT are running the Ornn, they're running the Rakan in the bot lane, so it's an easy way in to stamp people, keep them in place, and then butter them down with all that poke and the Graves ulti coming in. On the other hand, GamerLegion are pretty much playing the let's pick them apart game. You know, you have the early game potential to play through your Ekko and your Renekton if you're Lee Sin. You don't necessarily get too much freedom from them, because I do believe that the Ekko will fall behind where it comes to mid lane priority and all this pressure with the minion wave clears. But my eyes are peeled all the way down bot lane where Hjarnan, sure, he's rocking a pretty well-known champion in the likes of Ziggs, but Visdom not only rocking the Jarvan, but rocking the Ignite Jarvan with Eri, meaning that they want to go all in with the pokes, and they've got really great setup for Rabble coming in towards that bot lane. We have mentioned over and over again that the problem has been that Visdom has been playing a little bit too aggressively. He's been done a little bit too much. Hjarnan is left alone in his own devices, can't really follow up. So I'm peeling my eyes onto Visdom, seeing how he plays at Jarvan.
Right, this is exciting, Trouble. This is the game or group-defining game where we really find out which regions deserve to make it through to this next phase of the European Masters. I am so excited to see the UKLC comeback versus GamerLegion, that Berlin International Gaming kind of Cinderella story going from play-ins to the finals. Phones does that cheeky little wave delay to try and get the push coming towards him versus the Ornn. And let's see how this plays out. This bot lane. It's so classic GamerLegion. Just like when you need to pull out something wild and wonderful. Ziggs is maybe not so wild and wonderful, but the Jarvan support definitely is. Is this going to throw XL off is the question, or are they going to react to this the way they should?
See, I don't know, because Deadly has indeed gone with the lethality Varus, since everyone at GamerLegion are super squished and they're going to be going down very fast. Also, there is no health regen coming in from the Jarvan, so it's just an easy poke target together with the Ziggs down the bot lane. And Visdom does have a history of doing a little bit too much down that bot lane, especially early on. So, like I said before, I'm keeping my eyes peeled on him to see how he's going to play the lane. He's not going to be the one CSing, which means that this Jarvan going further into the game, sure, he's going to be your initiator, but he's also going to be most likely the first person going down.
Yeah, he's not really providing much space here for Ziggs. So you can see, though, you know, he eventually, now that he's level 2, he's got that flag and drag combo, so there is always the threat of the engage, which can definitely be something risky for BTXL to watch out for on this bottom side of the map. But I would say that kaSing and Deadly are pretty happy just kind of playing the way that they're playing, using that long-range poke of the Ziggs, the Varus Q to try and gather up as much CS as possible and actually prevent Hjarnan from pushing too far. Rabble has made his way down to this bot lane. He's working his way through. kaSing does have the ability to dive out here. Deadly is overextended though, and they are going in. Visdom does not get the knock-up immediately. Deadly jumped on. kaSing gets a wonderful knock-up to prevent that gank from going any further, and actually returns a good amount of damage onto Rabble.
And if you look at Rabble's jungle, it is the one that he it is the one that ends up losing from this trade because Taxa taxed him by taking his raise. Now, of course, he might be able to get this Scuttle Crab as compensation for his troubles down bot lane. Visdom will assist him there as well. And all in all, I like seeing the early game aggression. I like seeing how the GamerLegion spirit has not broken from the previous game. But in all honesty, I think they're playing a really hard to execute composition. They have the Ekko as well, who's going to permanently lose priority to the Zoe. Rabble though.
Yeah, Rabble is coming in here onto special. Immediately, Nite jumps in. Time Wider going out, and Rabble looking for the Sonic Wave. Can't find it. Drowsy has landed. And special, he's going to cheeky poke. Get a bit of damage back onto Rabble. Rabble taking some hits every gank that he tries to make happen.
And every time that he fails to make happen, it is Taxa being able to get something in return. So every time you see Rabble not able to get a kill, not able to get a summoner, that is time wasted for the GamerLegion jungler. And Taxa is getting a lot of experience and a lot of gold in his pocket while getting a lot of the intel of where that GamerLegion jungle might be hanging around.
Yeah, Rabble has not been able to have a huge early impact here, though he hasn't fallen behind maybe as much as we'd expect. Right now, it is Taxa just doing what he can. kaSing getting a little trade onto Hjarnan, but kaSing taken very low in this instance. Maybe that bot lane pressure was enough to allow Visdom and Hjarnan the ability to just push in a bit more, you know, and try and get some early plates and get things down for Hjarnan to get that demolition off.
And I do really enjoy the fact that Hjarnan is back on a comfort pick. They're able to push the wave. I very much say that a Ziggs, it's kind of like an AP Caitlyn. You sort of take him from lane to lane, push it in, cash in on the tower, move them onto the other side of the map, rinse and repeat. Right now, you do see that Deadly is falling behind in CS, meaning that because this is a lethality Varus, he has to get ahead. He has to get these first 1 or 2 items rolling in, so the queues really do hurt. But if the Ziggs gets there first, that means that it's BTXL that have to back off from crucial objectives.
Oh, this is so tense. You can really feel like maybe one mistake will potentially define this game, and early game is so important, especially when you're working with that Lee Sin, and the fact that, you know, you really want to snowball things with that Jarvan. You know, if a Jarvan doesn't get the gold income that he needs, he even just being an ulti bot doesn't really work for him, because he's going to get taken down so low so quickly in these engages that he just may not survive. Oh, this is, I'm kind of gripping onto my chair, just because of it really does feel like a single mistake is going to be very game defining for both of these teams.
To me, it sort of feels like they wanted to get in that hard engage with the Jarvan, but they didn't necessarily want to put it onto the jungle. So Visdom is like, it's fine, I played the Poppy, I'll play the Jarvan, but...
Oh, that was spicy from Taxa and kaSing there, but they couldn't quite capitalize. Visdom actually did a really good job of pre-setting up that flag, so he had the escape route there.
Yeah, and you can't really be face-checking like this when the BTXL bot lane is missing. You can't see Taxa on the map either. You're losing that prior means you're most likely going to lose Dragon here as well, which is exactly what BTXL are setting up for. And again, I said keep your eyes on Visdom. He's been going down a lot lately in the early stages of the game, and right now this is going to be, like you mentioned, the Jarvan, that sure, he's going to be most likely an ult bot to try and make sure that Hjarnan's ult will land on a flashless target.
Rabble
that might be a little bit too early.
A little bit too early. He's going to dive across the wall. He was just looking for a potential opportunity, but the controlled ward was there for XL, and he is going to be able to take the first dragon of the game in classic XL style. That early dragon comes out, and they can maybe capitalize by getting that early rotate out for the Rift Herald.
Again, out of mid prior, you can see that special is pushing Nite out of lane. So what do? They grab that mid prior, instantly translating it into the dragon. This has been the name of the game for BTXL, and they're using it pretty wisely, to be fair. They're gaining these early game advantages, which so far is what has got them the victories this week.
Yeah, they've been very early game focused. They've been super macro orientated. In general, XL have been really good in that scenario. They have taken a big hit on this bot lane tier 1 though, and now the back is coming through, which I imagine is going to result in an immediate swap to top lane. But you feel versus a Ziggs, you might end up just losing this bot lane tier 1. I mean, it is just Ziggs at the end of the day.
Yep.
The Jarvan attack speed comes through.
You see them going down.
I know.
Yeah.
I think they've lost already though.
Yeah, they wanted to go towards the top side to try and contest the Herald, but they're like, wait, if we do this, we will lose tower. These are 4 plates almost going down to that Ziggs. And once he's back in base, recharged, bought some of his items, he's most likely going to get this tower super quickly, and that makes it so dangerous for Deadly to farm in a lane that there's no tower present. So most likely they're going to have to make the swap with Sendu. Taxa though, really quick again onto the trigger. They know that they're swapping towards the top side because they do want to contest for the Rift Herald since they lost the dragon. Let's see if they're going to be quick enough.
He needs to go so quick on this, and you can see Visdom's already making that engage. Phones is coming down. I don't know if Tax is going to be able to do this because Phones is already there. I don't think he's going to get this Rift Herald. Phones is going to jump in, immediately pops the ultimate. Taxa dives over the wall with the Ornn horn coming through, but they just gift. They did all the hard work for GamerLegion, who pick up that Rift Herald and walk away. It was just not quick enough from Taxa.
Thanks for the leash, Taxa, says Rabble as he grabs that eye. And again, this will add to the snowballing effect of the Ziggs. Look at him. He's all the way down there, ahead in CS, all on his lonesome, getting that sweet solo experience and gold, as well as a next plate. I'm assuming because the tower was pretty close to hitting that third plate. Yes, it is. And there's no one there to stop him.
He can essentially take this tower for free with one more push. I mean, you just throw down the charge and that's it. XL need to make a play on the bot lane if they really want to make this work, although immediately dives into the middle. Nite taken very low, forced to use the ultimate, but Taxa is already there. Great stun, great kick, great follow-up. First blood is there from Nite, and now Special, I really feel like he's going to pay the price too. GamerLegion, when they needed to step up, they really have.
Ooh, that was a great play right there from Nite. Holds on long enough to give Rabble the time to get to that mid lane. Sweet kick coming in from the Lee Sin, securing the kill right there. Getting the prior, which is very much needed towards that bot side, it seems, for both of these teams. And maybe securing the Skull Crab. Some contention.
They're going to get it, but they'll lose the first tier turret.
You wanted the Skull Crab. You lost your tower.
I mean, they couldn't stop the tower, I think, anyway, in that scenario. It was a rough situation versus the Ziggs, and that is already a very early gold lead picked up here for GamerLegion.
Now, you got to remember that Ekko has also cashed in on 2 plates with the one incoming. A full tower plating, tower gone down for the side of Ziggs, and there's still a Rift Herald going strong in the pocket of Rabble. At this point, if you pop it in the mid lane and you take this tower, it's going to be so extremely hard for the 2 immobile carries of BTXL to move into a lane and try to CS from there. Again, this is a poke comp, so you set them behind, you take the reins of the game.
Yeah, and actually I just don't really feel like anyone from XL is in a good spot right now. Honestly, they are starting to bleed gold across the map just purely through global objectives. That first blood obviously meaning a little bit, but yeah, I really think that that GamerLegion are in a very good spot right now.
They are, and they're showing it, and I'm just so glad to see that they have had this mental reset and they are so confident to move into this game. 2,500 gold lead is pretty huge from them, and as you said, it's only come through global objectives. Visdom, oh no, you haven't died yet. Don't do it right now.
He gets knocked up immediately. Taxa is there, the flash already open. He dives in, does have that ultimate, but Hjarnan whiffs on his. Taxa now will get supported. The Drowsy is there and forces the flash from Special. That's a lot of damage, baby, but it's not enough to take it. Oh, wait a second. Special, he wants the kill. He gets it. That is a big turnaround for XL. They needed a fight like that when the chips were down.
Oh, Rabble.
I know. I mean, that's Drowsy. You are now Drowsy, my friend, and Special does a lot of damage. Jesus Christ, that champion is broken.
No, you know what this champion is? Illegal X-Counter. We talked about illegal champions. I told you my number 1 illegal champion on the list right now has to be Zoe. That damage is stupid. Visdom, again, you're face checking, mate. You don't know where anyone is. The bot lane is completely missing, and that was a great setup by kaSing and Taxa. We've said over and over again, we don't see kaSing and Taxa moving around the map together. Well, they set this one up, cashed in on 2 kills with the help of Special. Really well played from the side of BTXL.
Yeah, they needed that as well because it definitely felt like the game was snowballing out of control. This was the last little pickup here with... I mean, just look at that damage. Bloody hell, mate.
Lost chapter, by the way. Champion.
That's a champion. Got to be careful here, though. This looks like a good Rift Herald push coming out from GamerLegion. That might even take down this turret. It's going to be very low.
Oh, no. It didn't.
Not quite. Not quite. Close enough. kaSing gets locked up here. And he's going to be in a dangerous situation as everybody dives onto him. He will be able to get out. The zoning comes out from GamerLegion. XL might have to back off and give this turret up.
That's a great peek from BTXL right there. They put down the Herald, and Taxa thought he was safe in his jungle. Guess what? He wasn't. Phones dives on there. Ekko grabs another kill for himself, and not only they get the kill, they take the tower, they take the plates from that tower in the mid lane, and they will take their first dragon of the game. This game has not stopped going back and forth. On one side, I'm like, oh my god, GamerLegion are falling behind, BTXL are making great plays. On the other side, GamerLegion are turning it back on, and they're like, you said what?
Oh my goodness, this is... I still think this is so close and back and forth. There is a pretty significant lead built up. Like by GamerLegion so far, so they have got a good gold lead to work with. They have got a lot of plates. They've picked up 2 turrets. That standing gold has been removed from the map, so they're going to be able to use that to sort of again convert it into item spikes like the Ludens that has been finished up, like the proto belt that is already there for Nite. So we are in a situation right now where XL are still playing from behind despite making some good individual plays. It is still a situation where they need to be careful because I would say that GamerLegion are definitely the team that are hitting those individual spikes a little bit earlier.
And especially when you have the likes of an assassin in your team, like GamerLegion doing, the likes of Ekko, having him ahead, 2-0, ahead in CS. He's a dude that should have been stuck underneath his tower, being repeatedly pummeled by paddle stars from Special. And due to the fact that Rabble was finding these fights around mid lane, they were able to snowball their Ekko. And that is a great thing to have a really fed assassin that early on. Of course, we said first come, first served. Oh,
that's going to be a lot of damage, baby. And he is down. Taxa takes the kill. This is such a wonderful fight for XL. I don't know if they'll get phones, though. But it's not about phones. It's about the Rift Herald. That's a Drowsy. Baby, is that Special getting another kill? Yes, it is. What a monster. Special stepping up when XL needed him most.
You beast! He single-handedly got BTXL ahead. Every time GamerLegion pull the trigger and they win, it is Special that gets BT out of that dark hole by getting these crucial picks. He manages to get the Drowsy onto Hjarnan, and from there on, it's a downhill struggle from GamerLegion. Hjarnan right there, of course, doesn't have the flash, gets hit by the Sleepy Trouble Bubble, and kaSing is like, say no more, I'm going in.
And then you see Rabble, unfortunately, I think this was intended for phones, and Rabble took the hit. Yeah, Rabble took the hit, oh no.
He's like, I'll help you, buddy. Oh wait, I'm dead.
Goodness me, and that's a big Rift Herald as well, because that might allow them to claim some standing gold back off the map if used in the correct situation. So GamerLegion still in the driving seat, still have the gold advantage, but it's I think you got to look towards Special and the items that he's picking up right now. He is going to start to be a serious threat in this mid game.
Yeah, absolutely. And the further the game goes, when you start losing vision, the Zoe becomes so annoying to deal with because you can get rooted and stunned from all the way across the map, especially when you don't have vision onto her. Of course, they're going to use Hjarnan yet again, but Nite managed to get out.
They do get another turret for their woes, though. Good group up by GamerLegion, utilizing that power of Ziggs and his frankly broken turret-taking capabilities, and they will get another tower and extend that gold lead ever so slightly further.
I mean, he's done it. He's been bot, he took the tower. He's been mid, he took the tower. He's been top, he took the tower there as well. This Ziggs is a tower-killing machine. And right now, the carries of BTXL have nowhere to fight and nowhere that's safe for them to sit still and farm. Because sure, Special can push that far, but Nite is a very fed assassin at this point. And if Special steps too far forward, you see the Rabble is hanging around to assist his mid laner.
A lot of damage. Special with the little 1-2 there. Picks up some good damage onto Nite. Doesn't quite land. the star paddle and will not find the execute damage with that arrow coming out from Deadly, but it was very close.
He's very close, and again, you see that when BTXL push forward and that pokes that's coming through, there is no HP regen, and Phones wants to go in.
Yeah, Phones jumps straight in. Nice little knock-up there by kaSing. Here comes the Ornn Horn. A wonderful 3-man knock-up, but unfortunately no one to follow up on it. It is the Rift Herald buying some time in the mid lane, and XL, they just want to go straight for this mid lane tier 1. They're not that bothered about the dragon right now. This is their main priority. I don't think they're going to get it, though. And actually, XL... Oh, Rabble! Has to flash out the way. That will do enough to potentially secure this dragon away from GamerLegion.
Oh my god, stop this madness. Like, whew, I dodged the paddle star now. Wow, my god.
This is just so much damage. They're going to get the mid lane tier 1. The ultimate comes out from Hjarnan, but it's not good enough to ward the majority of BTXL away. And Sendo's just chasing Phones. He's just like, get out my jungle, mate.
Every time you go thank your lucky stars, the paddle star doesn't kill you, and then there's the Varus poke as well. And you're like, oh, damn, another one. Phones, good luck, mate.
Yeah, I think they're going to get the sleepy trouble bubble. No, they don't. Don't land it. Don't land it, but Phones hasn't got the ultimate available, and he will go down to the Ignite. Killing spree for X Special. X Special? That's not that player. It's special, but he was...
Wait, when does
special
TSM
thing
play?
that just happened there. Yeah, exactly. When does TSM play? He tried to say XL Special and said X Special, but let's just pretend X Special is playing. A little bit of a throwback there.
Good old TSM days, man. Back when they were actually winning. Anyway, yeah, this is going to be yet another dragon for BTXL. Nite fancies his chances right there, but he gets a sleep in the face. Special on that Zoe is on fire, hitting Sleepy Trouble Bubble after Sleepy Trouble Bubble. You see, I said it twice there, and he was correct. Props to me. And these paddle stars, even if they don't hit, you take a step to the right to dodge it. Oh, baby, that's where the Varus projectile is coming from.
Look, all I'm saying is if you give Special a champion, he's going to do well. That's my statement. If you just give him a champion, he's gonna do well. Especially today, he's been absolutely on fire. I think he'll do it. Just land those spam Qs.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. Good old Soraka with the Star Gold stack was pretty good. Nite.
Yeah. Yes. The tank that deals half of your HP in a single hit. Sendo literally trying to 1v2 here.
I think that was basically the tower.
Yeah. Three members bot for GamerLegion.
What is going on? They're trying to two-man dive an Ornn, whilst on the other hand, BTXL have their eyes dead set on getting objectives, managing to grab the top lane tower. They're pushing in the waves as well. GamerLegion need to put their minds back together because they're losing focus right here, and BTXL are really quick to capitalize.
Ain't sure about that one, Visdom. That was maybe not the play. He takes a lot of damage, although they do trade back nicely. Deadly forced to jump over the wall. Taxa is here, and a good kick will save the life of some of his team. Special, unfortunately, not in this fight, so it is up to XL to try and trade back by themselves, but Special is now in the fight, and Special is now on a rampage. And GamerLegion, they pay the price for what was a very suspect engage from Visdom. XL are now going to be able to get the mid lane tier 2.
Look at my Jarvan's amazing. That's a no. I'm still not sure why that Jarvan was picked right there, but Visdom is not having a lot of fun in this game. He's trying to go towards that hourglass to hopefully stay alive, but then again, what? It's just like you said, an old ward. Now, Special and Deadly do not have their flashes available, but Nite and Phones are just pretty much face-checking.
Oh, that's good. You've got to be careful about that one. Forces the ultimate. And that's a brilliant knockup from kaSing. They will get the shutdown. Overzealous from Nite.
I'm going to pretend I didn't see Nite ulting back onto the Drowsy that Special had previously thrown, and Nite dodged it. What is going on in this game? GamerLegion went from 3k ahead to being 2k behind, and honestly, it's chaos for them. I see BTXL dead set with their eyes on the prize. They want to make it through. They want to come out of the groups. They've never done it before. They want to do it right here, right now. And to be fair, so far, they look like the better team.
They really do. I mean, you can come... Ziggs is very obnoxious to play against in situations where he just takes those turrets for free and you can't really do much about it. To come back from a gold lead like that and keep your cool is really good. Deadly gets engaged on again. This might be the play, actually, Visdom. You actually managed to make it work. Now kaSing dives in. Good knockup. Has the quickness going, but it doesn't have the follow-up either. XL maybe inting a little bit in this situation, but Sendo just does 1,000 million damage as a tank to the entire front line from GamerLegion. Special there to clean up. Oh man, it feels bad to play against an Ornn that's doing well.
And it's just so hard because there is no consecutive AD damage coming in from any source for GamerLegion. You can argue, sure, they have a Renekton, they have a Lee Sin, yes, but they don't have any AD. And even though you can argue the same case for BTXL, they don't need that consecutive damage coming in because they have the pop damage with Deadly on the Varus with a poke build, and special onto that Zoe, landing all of these crucial projectiles onto the enemy composition. Look at that, it's just special versus the wall, trying to keep everyone away from that Baron.
Yeah, he's trying to buy as much time as physically possible. Visdom is here, though, with that flag and drag combo available. kaSing is very low. They will not get the Baron, and now Special is going to try and keep Rabble in a situation where he goes... Oh, he's just dead. He's just actually dead. Deadly now forced to get out of the fight. They may give up Tax's life, although I say that, Tax is still going. He dives across the wall, and now it's Sendo in the pit. GamerLegion hard inting this fight, and XL are here to clean it up. Wow. This is a big, big win for XL. Sendo still chasing down, unkillable on this Ornn, and the Sleepy Trouble Bubble will cut the escape from phones. XL looking to book their place out of the group stages here, not only for themselves, but for the UKLC as well.
Oh, it's still going on. Scoundrel. Special has, he can smell blood at this point. Oh my god, what a performance from BTXL. Honestly, first week came through, and I was like, wait a minute. This is not the BTXL I've been hearing about. This is not the BTXL that too old Fnatic. And even though they got reverse swept, they still were ahead in this whole time. I was like, well, now I can see why they got reverse swept. Well, they reverse swept my mentality about them getting reverse swept. If that made any sense.
They're literally reverse sweeping in the group. That is what they're doing right now. Now, obviously, I don't want to count GamerLegion out. 5k gold leads are not insurmountable. There is still work that can be done here. Visdom has gone Zhonya's Hourglass, I guess, to protect him when he finds those engages. And to make sure that he's really giving a lot of shielding to his team with the AP scaling. Rabble jumps over the wall here, maybe into a dangerous situation as the Ornn Horn drives forward. They get that knock-up, and oh my goodness, that is just Special monstering his way through these fights. Now Deadly, he's not really the guy that you have to worry about. Deadly is bait. Deadly is bait, GamerLegion. The real target is Special, who is just absolutely crushing every single player on your team right now. Nite will go down also. Does try to buy some time with that parallel convergence and his Hourglass, but that will not be enough. I think it will not be enough. He's going to get out, actually.
Wait a minute.
I spoke too soon.
He did it.
He's out. He's out. He's out. He's going to get out. He's across the wall. I spoke too soon, but nonetheless, still a big win for XL once more.
I love how we're calling it a success because Nite manages to get out. It's a small victory, is a scoundrel.
You need to take him. You need to take him.
If there was a perfect fight for GamerLegion to take, that would be it. Everyone bunched up in a really tight spot. Hjarnan free hitting and throwing bomb after bomb inside there, and yet no one ends up dying. I think Deadly died, but like that was very, very late into the fight as well. Again, sure, you said 5k while Rabble, it's not your jungle anymore. I'm sorry. So 5k gold might not seem like enough. But because a lot of that gold is in Special's pocket and he's the one dictating how GamerLegion plays, by whether he's going to hit them skill shots or not, I think it is more than 5k gold. Because if a pole composition gets ahead, it's so darn hard to get back in.
Special is the real carry here. The 0-3 Varus is not going to be your focus target, I think, in these fights. They're going to go and shove in towards this second tier turret. It's going to be time buying from Hjarnan with a pretty solid ultimate trying to essentially stop them. That's going to be an engage. Nite taken very low. Don't think it will result in anything right now as XL are just so focused on taking this tier 2. kaSing gets taken super low, but will be able to escape with his life. And XL will happily back off with a turret.
The burn from the Leandries, yeah, another tower, and look at all that red vision in the bulk quadrant of GamerLegion's jungle. They have everything set up and everything warded. You want a dragon? All set up for it. You want the Baron in 2 minutes time? All set up for it. All they have to do is literally choke GamerLegion out vision-wise and then throw in this poke, which will instantly get them to back off. We had a little talk at the start about champions that are very tanky and then champions that are very squishy, and I was trying to explain why Trundle is so good, because it doesn't allow the enemy team to pick up any tanks while Nite is getting out of there. At this point, it's kind of the same thing about GamerLegion. They're all so squishy that if they get poked out, they have to go back to the fountain and walk back in. Now, with all this time in between, BTXL are more than capable of taking neutral objectives.
I mean, no one can tank Sleepy Trouble Bubbles. It's just not possible. I think even Foam.
Visdom can. He has an hourglass.
Yeah, I suppose that's true. Visdom can actually do that with his hourglass. But isn't that supposed to be for the aggressive engagers coming out from Jarvan to keep him safe afterwards?
No, actually, that's counterproductive, because if he hourglasses, then the poke goes through him, so he doesn't necessarily tank it. He doesn't soak it. Look at this though. Yeah. Look at this cheeky little play from GamerLegion. They're ready for the dragon.
They're ready for They're going to wait there for a minute. They're going to wait there for a whole minute. This is where we start to do David Attenborough.
Join them, Visdom. Do it.
We see the crocodile. And
they're doing it. They're doing it though. They're walking there slowly but surely. 1 minute. Well, yes.
I'm trying to do the David Attenborough.
Excalibur is happening.
The bait has been set. Taxa on the graves. Very close to taking the trap laid by GamerLegion in the Dragon Pit.
Stay tuned to see what happens in the next episode.
Oh, he steps into the trap hungry for success, but he has found them out, and Taxa finds the engage, and they get a kill. 1 minute of waiting just to die. Feels bad, man.
Honestly, I shouldn't be laughing, but that was freaking hilarious, because they're like, we got this, guys. They're never gonna expect we're hiding here and we're gonna steal that dragon and take away the soul. Oh my god.
They're going to get they're going to get the Dragon Soul. It's the ocean. That's going to help versus Ziggs as well. The regen is going to be super nice. I mean, you ain't going to win this, are you? I mean, Special's just going to kill you. Special is just killing you. He's literally 1v3ing. kaSing will be backing him up. He's going to force the ultimate away from Nite. This just feels like it's done for GamerLegion at this point in time. XL are absolutely in that driving seat. 12th gear enabled. I mean, most cars don't even have 12th gear, most cars, but they found 12th gear and they've enabled it, and they're in that driving mode.
Meanwhile, Sen doing his own little car up top lane, doesn't know where the brake pedal is, dived Hjarnan as well. He manages to not unwillingly, without him being stopped. Anyway, I can't remember the word. It's alright. It's too late. It's been 4 games in. I'm allowed to not find the word at this point. Oh boy.
Let's take a look at that again. Just that.
Do you really want to? Okay, fine.
Yeah, the special 1v3. Let's go.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna play by play it. So, paddle start is gonna be charged. Sleepy Trouble Bubble misses Visdom, and Rabble goes in, gets instantly charmed, the Cataclysm, and GamerLegion want to go next, but this is unfortunately not a best of 3.
Go next. This is not a go next. This unfortunately is not a go next. This is a go out of the competition. And XL, they are hungry for that second seed. There is a group up around the Baron area right now for GamerLegion. This feels like last chance saloon for them. But unfortunately, those doors are
again.
They're going for it. kaSing dives out. Deadly, he's just a bait, guys. He's literally just a bait. Taxa and Special are the ones that you've got to worry about, and they are cleaning your team up. Taxa gets another. Special untouched, has that flash available, and Hjarnan surely now on the chopping block. I heard Zoe likes yordles, and she is going to take Hjarnan down. Actually, Graves picking up the kill. But that feels like a nail in the coffin for GamerLegion. It was a desperation play that felt desperate to its core. And I think that is it, as that's going to be Sendo getting the ace, and they're going to pick up the Baron and surely end off the back of this.
The problem it's not only that they keep on hitting onto Deadly, who is just a bait, as you've mentioned before, it's the fact that it takes so long for them to even kill just Deadly that the entire rest of BTXL are just having a party. Specialwood jumped on by phones, didn't wink at all. He did not care because that crocodile, he's not fed. He's kind of been doing the opposite.
Goodness gracious, teleport coming through. Are you
Wait,
trying to catch an Ornn? Lads, are you trying to catch an Ornn? Because I'm not sure that's like optimum play right here. This is not optimal from the GamerLegion. Ornn's just 1v3ing versus the entirety of GamerLegion. He's like, look at this. He's actually 1v3ing. This, no way does Sendo get out of that alive.
Deadly, what are you doing?
Oh my god. No, Rabble was just baiting. Just baiting here. He's TPing in. He's not done yet. You start a fight with Sendo, you end it. And Sendo is going to go for the second kill in this situation. Rabble being chased out of the base. Goodness me, XL now have a single lane to push through.
Oh,
They're going to make... There's no way that Rabble gets back into this. Oh my goodness.
Oh no. Rabble, you can't flash the Fnatic thingy there.
Look at this. It's game over. XL take the win. They will advance with a 4-0 day in Group A. They will come out as second seed and they will follow Gamers Origin into the knockout bracket. For the first time in XL's history, they make it out of the group stage of the European Masters, and that is a huge win for them as an organization, and obviously a huge win for them as a region as well. The UK really needed that, I think.
Oh, and when I first talked to you, you were like, oh man, I'm so disappointed with BTXL. They looked so good, but they somehow always end up choking. They don't know how to close out games. They don't know how to execute the strategies. You know what? Forget about the BTXL, you know. They're reformed, they're evolved, their brand spanking new, and they've been spanking teams all day today. It took them 3 wins back to back and a pretty decisive, if I say so myself, tiebreaker. I mean, GamerLegion, even though I thought they had recovered from the whole mental state from the previous game, it did not seem like it. I felt like they were all over the place, and BTXL did not come to play. They really wanted this, they showed it, and they took it home.
I really feel like the problem that the GamerLegion had is they couldn't capitalize on their early momentum. They had a lot of early momentum off the back of that Ziggs, and they just really couldn't capitalize on it. I don't think the Jarvan picked work. I think Visdom literally hard-inted in some of these fights. Let's take a look at the standings overall here. BTXL come through second in the group with the 4-3 winning the tiebreaker. Gamers Origin qualifiers first. The first seed from the LFL do manage to live up to their potential and come out of the group in that first seed spot. So that is Group A wrapped up and ready to go. Unbelievable day of games. It really was nail-biting down to the end. But that's it. That's Group A wrapped up. I mean, I think XL have been the story of the day. They went 4-0, and I'm really excited to see if they can continue that into the future. But TroubleLink, let's take a look at what's coming up tomorrow. We have Group C. It is quite even, apart from Team Singularity. Everybody else is even Stevens at first seed tied.
Just wait until Singularity come back and pull an XL on us, and then everything gets shuffled back together.
Yeah. Let's have a look at the schedule then. It is Team Singularity versus Schalke to begin with. Kick Neosurf going up against Movistar. Then Schalke versus Movistar Riders, another big game. Kick Neosurf taking on Singularity after that. Schalke Evolution versus Kick Neosurf following. And then Movistar Riders versus Team Singularity to potentially end out the day. There are still potential tiebreaker situations in that group as well. So we'll have to follow it, the action as we go. That's it for us, me and TroubleLink. Trouble, how was your first day of the European Masters? What a ride.
Very exciting, very long, but I can't complain. I think we had some pretty cool games and some pretty cool storylines. I mean, it was worth it just to see the BTXL come back.
Oh, absolutely. It was an incredible day of games, and congratulations to both of our teams making it out of Group A. As I said, Gamers Origin taking first seed, BTXL taking second. Massive wins for both of those teams. We'll be back tomorrow, same day. So not same day, literally not the same day. It will be tomorrow. I literally said that. Same time.
For me, it is the same day, so.
Same time, same place. Make sure you check out Group C so we can see all of the action for some very, very high profile teams. We will see you very soon.